Hi, I'm Shari with Organizational Learning and Talent Development. Right now, many of us feel extreme anxiety. There is just so much to deal with. And I could list some examples, but I don't need to. You know what's hard for you right now. And some days it feels like a victory just getting through that day. And it turns out that focusing on our happiness isn't easy for us, even in good times. We're actually hardwired to focus on the hard stuff so that we can survive threats and jump into fight or flight. So that means we need to put a conscious effort into our well-being. So how do we do that? So one of the most powerful techniques is actively trying to learn something from what's going on. Another is looking for the positive. And again, the key word is looking. So we are actively looking for something good in what's happening. And it can even be a small thing. So in other words, we're looking for that silver lining. And sometimes it's right in front of our eyes. Remember, our brains are hardwired to look for the bad. That means we get used to the good stuff in our world and we actually forget to pay any attention to it. An example for me of learning is I'm teaching myself to edit videos for YouTube, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And also I'm spending more time in my garden, and I'm slowing down enough that I've actually gotten to see it grow and change with the seasons. So here's a challenge for you. There's a handout linked below. Go ahead and identify something that you are learning, and also write down something that's a positive for you. Writing it down helps. So the third strategy is seeking comfort, and that is a great technique for hard times, and there's lots of different ways to do it. Turning to others in times that are tough is one of the most effective coping strategies that exists. Study after study bears that out. There are other ways to seek comfort as well. Many people find a lot of comfort in religion or spirituality. Other people seek solace in writing or journaling. For me, anytime I'm out in nature, I feel better. And I've heard that from a lot of people. And in my case specifically, if I can be anywhere near water, or even better, if I can be in water, I feel like I can breathe again. Please spend some time thinking about what brings you comfort. It's an important investment because the answer can really help you get through this rough time. The fourth technique helps retrain our brains to focus on the positives, because remember, our brains want to focus on the negative. So we can help our brains find the positive through gratefulness and through savoring. And I'm sure you've heard the technique where you write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Choose one night a week, let's say Sunday evening, and you write those things down. And then the next Sunday, you choose 3 new things that you write down. And again, they don't have to be big. Even small things boost our happiness. And that brings us to savoring, because savoring is when we actually take a moment to appreciate those fleeting moments right then when they're happening. So for example, our kids laughing and playing, or that sunset as it's happening, or getting to snuggle with a pet. All right, just a couple more. The next technique is focusing on other people, doing things for other people. It really does boost our happiness. And finally, the one that we've definitely heard before and some of us don't love to hear again, and that is engaging in healthy habits. So whether that's exercising, just moving more, getting good quality and consistent sleep, or eating a balanced, nutritious, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, those things really do impact our well-being. They also can boost our immunity. Again, I really do challenge you to complete the handout linked below. It's so important to take time away from the stress to figure out how you can find some happiness, even during the hard times.